KBLA, and I love the commercials. I know what the commercials mean. I also, if I'm looking and trying to figure something out, I need something to talk to me that might hit me. And it happens on TV because, every time they show a sporting event, they got the pharmaceutical companies back to back to back telling people how to fix the sickness on the same stuff that they sell them. So we get it.
Yep, we get it too, Chuck D. And that's why at KBLA Talk 1580, we don't black down.
Drop it! Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power! Fight the power! Fight the power!
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light. See the light.
So the woman, her emotional intelligence, right, is connected to her mind, her mental state, and how she puts things. Woman's mind is always going. We put things together. We connect dots that a man could never connect, right? His thing is physical. That's why he falls for the physical beauty and appearance of a woman. That's why this business is able to go into play, because his eye candy. His thing is visual, feeling, what he can touch, what he can feel, what he can see, and sense with his five senses. Right? Whereas women, we're more intuitive, we're more mental, we're more spiritual. It's the unseen that we deal with, right? And there's an aspect to that, and even into this business. So then I started to ask
Wait, hold on. We got to start this again. What business is she referring to? Hold on. She's talking too fast. I'm lost. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the VOR live on KBLA Talk 1580, where the most radical and counterintuitive relationship conversations take place. But hold tight. My spidey senses are tingling. Play that clip again. From the top.
So the woman, her emotional intelligence, right, is connected to her mind, her mental state, and how she puts things. Woman's mind is always going. We put things together. We connect dots that a man could never connect, right? His thing is physical. That's why he falls for the physical beauty and appearance of a woman. That's why this business is able to go into play, because his eye candy. His thing is visual, feeling, what he can touch, what he can feel, what he can see, and sense with his five senses. right? Whereas women, we're more intuitive, we're more mental, we're more spiritual. It's the unseen that we deal with, right? And there's an aspect to that, and even into this business. So then I started to ask myself, how is it then that a man now has his hand in it? And to the point where this woman feels like she, in order to elevate, in order to go up and glow up, she needs his game. She needs his ism on how it works, when she already possesses all the necessary key components to this game. Because without her components, this wouldn't be a game. She already possesses that naturally. Then how did it get taken out, the power get taken out of the woman's hand when she is the center of this and placed in the man's hand? This is why I said that a pimp is the greatest mastermind when it comes to this stuff. But as you listen to these pimps talk, you realize something. They understand the mechanisms of a woman more than she actually understands it herself. A woman's greatest power is her emotions. But if not employed in the right way and balance, a man can use that. Even though a woman is naturally more smarter, naturally more intuitive than a man, if he has the knowledge and the ability, and he understands her power more than she understands her power, he can reverse her power and turn it into...
Wait. Just pause it. Wait, hold on. They talking pimping? I'm hearing the clip when you hear the clip. This leads us to our topic tonight, which was given to us by none other than Nikki from the SIP. Nikki from the SIP sent me this topic this morning. We appreciate you. The Voice of Reason loves to receive topics from their listeners. I love it. I just love it. I appreciate it. Nikki's topic is called Grand Theft Soul. Not Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Soul, a.k.a. SLDD, as prey and soul trafficking strategies. An intriguing look at the dark psychology of intimate domination, control, manipulation, and the obfuscation of the unhealed's true intent for pursuing you. See, a pimp is a genius in the sense that he has become so hyper-vigilant with regards to recognizing the broken. Oh, she's broken. She doesn't have a daddy. She was raped. She was abused in some way at the crib. Yes, I'm going to... Yeah. Let me tell you something. I be getting upset because people seem to think psychology and pimping are related, and really they're not. Yeah, they're not. One is a manipulation tactic. One is the study of cognitive and behavioral patterns from childhood on into adulthood. Right? One was born from philosophy. Oh, a pimp got philosophy? Sure. Let me explain something to you. Only hurt people hurt people. Let's get deep tonight. I want to go there tonight. Let's do this work. This is going to be incredible. Grand Theft Soul, aka SLDD, self-love deficient disorder, as prey and soul trafficking strategies. Come back to attachment. Attachment theory tells you of the 4 attachment styles, 3 of them are insecure. Insecurely attached children have learned to manipulate in order to get what they didn't get from their parents. Oftentimes, the pimp is pimping someone who had a parent that wasn't attuned to their emotions, right? Their emotional needs. The parent was inconsistent. The parent might have been abusive. Oh, let's get deep tonight. Wait a minute. Hold on. It ain't the pimp that's just pimping, because anybody with an insecure attachment style has a proclivity, a penchant, so to speak, to manipulate, because that's how you were conditioned in the environment you were raised in. What do you mean, Zoe? How I was conditioned? Well, automatically. You go into survival mode when you're not getting what you're supposed to get from your primary caregiver. So you start finding ways to get what you need. And if you have to manipulate, in the case of an anxious preoccupied, if you got to perform so you can get some attention, if you got to act out to get some attention, right? Or if you're dismissive avoidant, don't be heard or seen. Stay out the way. Because if your emotions are not approved of, right, and the only thing that is approved of is performance, grades, independence. Oh, this kid take care of himself. Out of my way. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or if you were raised in an abusive environment, now you have the combination of the two. Anxious, preoccupied, and fearful, avoidant. You go hot and cold. Oh, you don't know if you want love or you don't want. Oh, it's a mess. So all the insecure attachment styles have learned how to manipulate in order to get what wasn't given. Is that why the garden tool calls the pimp daddy? 1-800-920-1580. Get to the phone lines. Go, 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 go. Tonight, an intriguing look at the dark psychology of intimate domination, control, manipulation, and the obfuscation of the unhealed true intent for pursuing you. Grand Theft Soul? Tonight's topic, man, this is a healing manifesto. It is also a wormhole to truth. An unflinching exposure of relational dynamics as sophisticated emotional heists, where codependents, longing to be loved, unwittingly audition for spiritual exploitation. These people aren't victims. Oh, goodness. But they are. They are victims. Victims of themselves, victims of their parents, and victims of those who prey on them. They are victims of people who recognize their wounds and bring them into soul extraction recruitment centers. Their core shame and attachment trauma, Rosenberg's Anatomy of the SLDD, broadcasts like psychic billboards, attracting predators who see fracture as currency. Robert Greene in the 48 Laws of Power teaches us this is the playbook of the relational pimp, as laid bare by Iceberg Slim in Pimp, the Story of My Life. He authored the unwritten law. Pimping. Metaphor becomes mirror. A mirror, right? The narcissist isn't your lover. He's your energetic programmer. He learns your triggers, scripts, your responses, and turns your devotion into emotional slave labor. Your empathy becomes his intelligence wire. Your longing, his supply source. Intimacy then becomes a training ground for spiritual prostitution. Listen, spiritual. Intimacy becomes a training ground for spiritual prostitution. Every compromised boundary, every silence endured in hope becomes a micro transaction of soul currency. You aren't in love. You're under contract. Krishnamurti's words echo here. It is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. So if your relational health is actually trauma politics dressed up as devotion, you're in trouble. Gabor Mate, and Van der Klock and Rosenberg, all critical clinical voices, concur that trauma bonds operate like addiction. Limerence is the dopamine high. Withdrawal is the agony. It's not love, it's neurobiological, or it's neurological hostage taking. Spiritually, Dr. David R. Hawkins would calibrate such bonds as low and rooted in fear, craving, shame. The predator doesn't resonate at truth. He cloaks his thief in spiritualized promises. Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, the SLDD, the self-love deficient, unconsciously paves the way and signs the contract with their unhealed root chakra trauma, offering up psychic dowries for the illusion of safety. This isn't romantic dysfunction. It's systematic soul conscription. You weren't simply mistreated. You were spiritually enrolled in a narrative you never realized you co-signed until it was too late. Ask yourself, was your love ever mutual or always strategic? And it ain't just a pimp doing it. It's the hurt that has mastered the dark psychology of manipulation. It's the wounded that has mastered the dark psychology of manipulation and usury. They're trying to get what they didn't get, and they don't mind taking whatever brokenness you have to offer, right? Or manipulating that brokenness in order to get what it is that they need. They don't mind doing it. We've all done it, right? Did you surrender your essence or lease it for scrap favors? Were you striving to belong or desperately auditioning for captivity? For many people in a marriage, they're experiencing the same captivity. You didn't sign up for this, did you? Oh, but you co-signed it, didn't you? Oh. Until you answer without defense, you remain performance, not present, right? The revolution is ontological, not relational. You must reclaim your essence, burn the contract, and become sovereign again. Oh, tonight's topic isn't comforting. It's chemical, right? It's the existential sting needed to wake you fully to what love is and isn't. When we come forward, we're going to go so much deeper into this spiritual pimping topic.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah. At KBLA Talk 1580, we're proud to be celebrating 4 years on the air, but we know we could not have made it this far without you. We work hard every single day to curate conversations that will enlighten, encourage, and empower you. So, from all of us at KBLA Talk 1580, a big thank you for your love and support.
You don't know how much you mean to me.
And by the way, if your smartphone did not update automatically, be sure to download our brand new KBLA 1580 app. We think you'll love all the new features, including new ways to send us photos and video in real time, whenever news breaks, while we're on the air. It's a new dawn, a new day for KBLA Talk 1580, and we're glad you're on this journey with us.
You never turned away, you were right there. And I thank you, thank you.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Autopsy Initiative provides a second autopsy free of charge for victims' families who have lost their loved ones due to a police-related death. The services offered through the initiative include the completion of a second autopsy, disclosure of preliminary findings, and a final autopsy report. A police-related death is when an individual is harmed by police officers using deadly force, which results in an individual's death. Police-related death includes in-custody deaths, including those that arise during contact with law enforcement officers during arrest, pursuit, booking, transport, or incarceration. The Autopsy Initiative has a team of board-certified pathologists on call. An autopsy request may be completed by anyone with a close relationship with the victim, which may include the victim's spouse, partner, relative, close friend, or lawyer. To request a free second autopsy for a victim of police violence, please visit knowyourrightscamp.com. That's knowyourrightscamp.com. Then click on Autopsy, then click on Request. At KBLA, we believe in justice for victims of police violence. We say their names, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
One morning, took a glimpse at the clock. Still on glimpse as I cruise around the block. Call my cousin Snoop as I swoop in the coupe. Stop by the homie Blue House to puff on the loop. See my little homie Style, who I ain't seen in a while. Damn, they gone floating on cloud 19. Liquor store, so I grab some mixed gin and juice. Got a quarter pizzan, so I'm toe down like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Bell back in the crib because I'm all in. Conversated Doug, baby, right out. I fixed me some food and bone the hell out. I said tomorrow, baby doll, I'll come back and dig you out tomorrow.
She's out, hose down. If she can't swim, then she's bound to drown.
2 a.m. on the diss out. I paused and I stiz out. I reminisce on that ass that I riz out. Now I'm high as a kite, yeah, and I'm feeling alright. 4 a.m. as I stroll back to my crib to see what's with my woman and my newborn kid. With my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Narcissist can be a destiny swapper. This is just my take on it. Here's my 2 cents. Take it for what it's worth. When a narcissist meets their target and they introject all the good traits that they see of that target and they become that, right? They're pulling from that energy source to be what they see in front of them. They're mirroring you. Then months or years down the line, when they start to discard you, this is where the swap takes place. You might find yourself taking on those traits of the narcissist because they've interjected themselves with you. They've studied you long enough for them to know what ticks you off, what presses your buttons, what provokes you, what annoys you, so that they can now exploit those characteristics and have you acting out like they want to. It's a master game of puppeteering. They are having a lot of fun being able to go back to people and say, oh, look, this person's crazy because you see what they said to me. You see how they responded to me. You see how they reacted to me. All I did was this. And then they will play the victim. They want to expose whatever ugly traits that they've participated in creating and bringing out of you, the worst in you. When you hang on to hope that this person will be what they mirrored or what they showed you, like, oh, this person actually has a good heart. I know and I believe that this person is going to go back to treating me kindly. But they pulled a complete destiny swap because now they're taking what they mimicked in your behaviors and they're going to a new target to pretend that they're this good person. And then they're going to start pulling some of that person's behaviors as well and combining a whole new character. They're morphing into something else and evolving into something even more grandiose and attractive, leaving you to be empty, depleted, having to heal and fight and search for reclaiming your power and self-worth, trying to overcome that abuse. You were left to feel crazy and wondering what the hell just happened to you. Not even recognizing who you are anymore. So it's important to hold on, preserve your energy. Don't react when people are provoking you. Clock it. Recognize it is happening. You know it. You see it. But don't give them that. You don't even have to tell them like, oh, I see what you're doing. You just make your mental note and you move in silence. Narcissistic, toxic people do not deserve an explanation as to why you cut them off. They know what they're doing. Do not allow that destiny swap to happen. They love making you the villain in their story. They love saying, ha, look at her, or look at him. I've got him. That's who they are. They want to expose that.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Tammy Eswick with BIN News Now. Extreme heat is taking over parts of the U.S. One doctor reminding people, don't skip the water. It could lead to heat exhaustion.
And this is if you start to become confused or someone you're with becomes confused. With heat stroke, the body actually stops sweating.
That was Dr. Trevor Lewis of Cook County Health. Well, Sean Kingston's mother has been sentenced to 5 years in prison. Janice Turner and Kingston were both convicted in March of wire fraud. Federal prosecutors say they used his celebrity status to obtain more than $1 million in luxury goods and never paid for them. Kingston will be sentenced August 28th. If you're keeping track of beef prices and coffee prices, they're both up. Well, now we've learned Hershey's is raising their chocolate prices as well. They're blaming it on the rising cocoa cost. A 2002 study found black consumers favored Hershey's candy bars, among others. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Celebrate Teoscar Hernandez bobblehead on July 22nd versus the Twins. The first 40,000 fans in attendance will take home a special Teoscar Hernandez bobble presented by Daiso. Celebrate our big bat in the outfield. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Yeah, yo, come on. Here come the drums.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we fight the power every day.
Yeah, got to give us what we want. Gotta give us what we need. Hey!
I listen to KBLA and I love the commercials. I know what the commercials mean. I also, if I'm looking and trying to figure something out, I need something to talk to me that might hit me. And it happens on TV because, every time they show a sporting event, they got the pharmaceutical companies back to back to back telling people how to fix the sickness on the same stuff that they sell them. So we get it.
Yep, we get it too, Chuck D. And that's why at KBLA Talk 1580, we don't black down.
Drop it! Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power! Fight the power! Fight the power!
Yo, it's So Williams, the VOR, and I know you're tired of pretty gyms with pretty lies, where people seem to scroll more than they sweat. Well, it's time to level up. Welcome to Huff and Puff, where excuses die and champions rise. Smack dab at 1221 North La Brea on the corner of Fairview. This ain't a photo shoot, it's a battleground. Certified achievers in the game. Trainers who grind with you, not post pictures beside you. Whether you're chasing your next personal record or just trying to outrun your past, this is your sanctuary of sweat. No mirrors, no filters, no fluff, just pain, passion, and purpose. Stop talking, start training, huff hard, puff loud, be legendary. Where folks go to war with their weaknesses. Huff and Puff.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Worried about eviction? You have rights, and Stay Housed LA can help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between LA County, the City of Los Angeles, and local service providers. From Lancaster to Long Beach, we're here to help you with tenant education workshops, legal clinics, free legal services for eligible tenants, and online resources about tenant protection laws. Don't face eviction alone. Call our hotline at 1-888-694-0040. That's 1-888-694-0040. Or visit stayhousedla.org. Stay Housed LA, keeping Los Angeles residents in their homes. Stay Housed LA, your rights, your home, our community. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for. For this free information, call 800-433-8909. 800-433-8909. That's 800-433-8909. Or simply visit godra.com.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Catch up, nigga. Damn, you fading them hoes. How you gave them that? Order Marva K with the alligator strap. Sick of ya with your now or later raps. Rap about it now, hope you get it later. Do a couple shows, hope you are saving up. I show you how to do this, son. With this particular watch be a 1-of-1. That means none before it, none to come. The homie that's rapping be the only one that has it. I show you how to do this, son. You ain't heard I push the 6 when the 5s is out. You can't fight me. In the Porsche, I box you out. I show you how to do this, son. We don't drive X5s, we give them the baby mamas. Push the big top that's shaped like a Kansas chicken snack box. I get it cracking when I'm backing out the garage. The 360 drop for raw, shut down Manhattan. Bucket low like it though. Nights on, daytime, lights on. Hell yeah, I'm frontin', but you love it though. I show you how to do this, son. I'm a check writer, your royalty.
Fear. No matter how many guns or how much money, they gonna take it from you when they want. You built something here tonight, and it was beautiful, but it was built on a lie. Hogwood, he's the grand dragon of the Ku Klux Klan. That's his nephew. They was always gonna kill you. I just happened to show up at the right place at the right time.
You telling the truth, Smoke. I can see his memories.
Smoke, that ain't your brother.
This wasn't no juke joint, no club. This here is a slaughterhouse.
It's a killing floor.
But what Uncle Hogwood don't know is we're gonna start ourselves a new clan based on love.
Now that we got numbers, we'll probably go to that old bigot and rectify him, too.
Why can't y'all just go? 'Cause we're not leaving without y'all. We family. Ain't that right? I know it sounds crazy, but after we kill y'all, we're gonna have heaven right here on earth.
Oh.
Wait, is that Sinners? Oh, they done brought smoking stack in the house. Listen, man, listen. Y'all don't seem to understand. That's how the narcissist talks to you. The narcissist is what? What is the narcissist? The narcissist is attracted to the SLDD, self-love deficient, the codependent, right? Oh, but the anxious preoccupied is also attracted to, right? The dismissive avoidant. The avoidants are attracted. Do you see the mirroring of wounds? And anybody that has been broken, the narcissist was created in a broken home. So was the anxious preoccupied. So was the dismissive avoidant. So was the fearful avoidant. They were all created at home. And once you break the child grows to become a manipulator. That's what insecure attachment does. Do you see? Spiritual pimping. How wounded predators weaponize empathy to traffic the wounded soul. I need you to hear this tonight. Right? I'm taking advantage because I was taken advantage of. I'm breaking you because I lack the narcissists and avoidance have mastered cognitive empathy. Acting like they feel what you feel and they understand what you understand. No, it's cognitive. They're doing it for something. It's performative. It's manipulation. I ask the question, does society lack empathy? Yes, there are some growing concerns and research suggesting a decline in empathy within society. This is why I'm saying it's not just a pimp doing it. It's the people. We, the people, are giving a damn less. We give less of a damn now. Studies indicate that empathy, or the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, may be decreasing, particularly amongst the younger generations. A report by PR Newswire found that 42% of Americans believe empathy has declined in the past year. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah. The decline of empathy and the rise of narcissism with Sarah Conrath. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. One study found a significant drop in empathy among young people between the years of 1979 and 2009. Another study involving college students showed a 40% decrease in empathy compared to their peers in the 1980s. People are not caring, and so people become tools. People become chattel, relational chattel. You are here to serve a purpose for my wound. It is my wound that disrespects your humanity. It is my brokenness that does not recognize the divine in you, but only sees your brokenness as a type of currency that I could use to my advantage. Your philosophical insight. Empathy, when commodified, ceases to be a virtue and becomes a vice, a Trojan horse of manipulation, masquerading as connection. Psychological insight. Cognitive empathy in narcissists is often used not to attune, but to surveil. You mean to tell me cognitive empathy to narcissists and people with heavy narcissistic tendencies and people with avoidant attachment styles? Are you telling me that's their relational GPS? Relational big brother? They're not doing it to attune to your emotional needs. They're doing it to surveil, and to surveil, to control. The more empaths feel, the more the predator learns to exploit. The clinical insight. Research shows that individuals high in narcissistic traits exhibit increased affective mirroring to manipulate trust. Maiano, Furtuck, and Stanley, 2017. Empathy here becomes the bait in the trauma trap. I'm calling you all out. Why aren't you talking about it? Why are we talking about how to be with, and if a man, he got to check my phone all the time, and a man got to look for me, and why are we talking about silly relationship topics when the research is out here? We're becoming less empathetic. We care less. It's about what we can get. From a vibrational lens, Dr. David R. Hawkins, false empathy resonates below the consciousness level of truth, calibrating at the level of manipulation. The empath becomes a soul mule, unknowingly smuggling their own essence into the predator's energetic economy. People faking like they love you, faking like they miss you, faking like they care. But it's all done to feed some space in their spirit that they themselves neglected and try to abandon. But the person you are, made them see a portion of themselves that they discarded after or before they discarded you. And your discard woke that up in them. Addicted to breadcrumbs. Why SLDDs mistake deprivation for destiny. Philosophical insight. Scarcity, not love, is the architect of most human attachments. We do not bond with people. We bond with the familiar echoes of our unhealed, unwanted, and unloved wounds. Psychological insight. Intermittent reinforcement is the most powerful conditioning mechanism in behavioral psychology, according to B.F. Skinner. It hijacks the SLDD, self-love deficient limbic system, encoding chaos as chemistry. Right? You pimped yourself long before the pimp found you. Your coping mechanism was the beacon that called him to you. Like our brother in Sinners called Remick Heard him singing. He said, "We heard your voice, Sammy. You called us here. Your wounding and the coping mechanism that you created to get through it. Yes, you were in survival mode, but survival mode is a beacon for other hurt beings that have learned how to commodify the wounds of the weaker. But you're not weak. You've just forgotten your strength, your infinite strength. Do you see? Trauma bonding literature confirms that intermittent validation mimics early attachment injury patterns, creating compulsive relational addictions. Carnes, 1991. Your spiritual insight. From the chakra perspective, unhealed root trauma distorts the perception of safety, making chaos feel like home and devotion feel like danger. I told you a couple of weeks ago, you don't know how to be with a human because you don't know how to be with the humanity of yourself. The humanity of yourself says, I'm a work in progress. I'm broken. Love me into health. This is self-love. But because we didn't get the attunement in childhood, we have mastered self-avoidance. And with self-avoidance comes the expectation that the partner will fix it. When I get the right person, the right person. Well, he wasn't the right person. You never sat them damn wounds down. How do you know the right person actually got away because you're unhealed? You love dating a soul merchant. Huh? That's what you want. The narcissist as energetic pimp. Can you imagine the narcissist as an energetic pimp and the SLDD as a voluntary sacrifice? When we come forward, the voice of reason, we're going to the phone lines.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee future outcomes.
Founded in Los Angeles in 1986, litigation powerhouse Quinn Emanuel has deep roots in the Los Angeles community. Since 2007, we have litigated some of the largest fires on the West Coast. We are proud to be the only AmLaw 100 firm in the country to represent wildfire victims, giving affected individuals, families, and businesses the same focus and individualized attention we devote to our Fortune 500 clients. BTI Consulting has repeatedly recognized Quinn Emanuel as among the 4 law firms in-house counsel least like to oppose in any litigation, and we are often deemed the most feared. And after securing over $80 billion for our clients in various matters firm-wide, we understand why. If you have been affected by the recent wildfires in Altadena and the Palisades and would like to discuss your situation further, please contact wildfire support at QuinnEmanuel.com or call us at 213-443-3050. Quinn Emanuel is proud to sponsor Conversation Live Altadena Rising with James Farr on KBLA Talk 1580.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee future outcomes.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Imagine a Los Angeles where everyone can thrive, where communities have access to the resources they need to succeed. That's the vision of Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. They're dedicated to improving life in LA County by providing educational support, employment assistance, and spaces for community engagement. By 2050, they want LA to be the best place to connect, create, learn, live, and play. They're working toward an education system that's well-resourced and culturally responsive, becoming a hub for artists and innovators, and making sure everyone has access to healthy food, quality healthcare, and safe housing. It's about building a future where we all have the chance to succeed. We invite you to learn more about their mission and get involved with Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
When a real one holds you down, babe, you supposed to drink. You ain't no with no balls, I turned you out. You won't catch me in no shark boots, I burnt them out. Gotta wait till their birthday to go out.
Yeah, I got my twin with me, you know what the we doing. 20 black Suburbans, whatever we go. 2 lambs, 4 Billy trucks, and 20 Hellcats. Get on with a real
When a real one holds you down, babe, you supposed to drink. You ain't no with no balls, I turned you out. You won't catch me in no shark boots, I burnt them out. Gotta wait till their birthday to go out of town. Brokey, yeah, I talk a lot of. He like who you think you is, not your brokey, not your hoe. No. Think he got one up on me, whole tiny like 3-0 twin. I be going in. Clearly want my life and it's so evident. Cook, clean, and f***ing right. I'm so heaven sent. What I look like asking him about another? Might tell you once, won't tell you twice. Shut up, we be alright.
Krishnamurti says to people, now look, there is nothing you can do to be liberated, because all your efforts in the direction of liberation are phony. They are based on your desire to boost and continue your ego, and that will never lead to liberation. All you can do, he says, is to be aware of yourself as you are, without judgment. See what is. But then, if you can do that, you have no further problem. But if you try to do it, you're in the same mess all over again. Gurdjieff played the same game in a different way. He said, the most important thing is self-remembering. Always at every moment be aware of what you're doing. Watch yourself constantly and never be absent-minded. So all day, when you pick up the piece of paper, you realize, I'm picking up this piece of paper. And I'm opening it inside and so on. And I know I'm doing it this way, so I'm not asleep. Ordinary people, pick up a piece of paper.
Oh man, Alan Watts is cooking, and it's really clear, especially in line with regards to the topic tonight. Self-awareness. To be able to look at oneself without judgment, to accept oneself as one is, not as what one would like to be, right? Oh, I can't wait until this happens and then I'll be good. No. To see oneself as they are. This is all tied into individuation as well. Alan Watts wasn't the only one who sat with Krishnamurti, Carl Jung, Albert Einstein, Aldous Huxley, everybody. Heavy hitters sat with him. And again, self-awareness. Well, for the SLDD, self-love deficient, or codependent, or narcissist, most people are highly self-unaware. And what happens is there is this identification with what happened. That's why most of us, according to Orion Teraband, PhD, says most people walking around, he's talking about adults, are really only 8 to 12 years old. That inner wound is still in there. Do you understand? When you don't deal with the wound, you could potentially become a soul merchant. Harvesting. Do you understand? Harvesting from another person. You don't really care about them. You care about what they do for you. You care about what they provide. You don't care about them as a being. Right? Unhealed wounds make us spiritually vampiric. Right? You can't take the mother who did the best she could from your partner. The mother who did the best she could doesn't exist in your partner. Soul merchants. The narcissist as the energetic pimp and the SLDD as the voluntary sacrifice. To be exploited, one must first consent to the illusion of being chosen. You better hear it! How do you choose me, then turn around and give intermittent reinforcement, B.F. Skinner? Conditioning me to accept less. The pimp does it. So does the insecurely attached. To be exploited, one must first consent to the illusion of being chosen. The soul is not stolen, it is bartered through unconscious self-erasure. Your psychological insight. The SLD, self-love deficiency identity, is shaped around perceived value in being useful or chosen. Look, Mom, see, I got an A. Look, I made the team. Oh, yeah, good. All right. I never show up to the game. And you take that into your adult relationships, expecting your partner to finish your parents' job. This makes exploitation feel like belonging. I got you, baby. You roll with me, you never have to worry about nothing. You understand? You got a problem, you know what I mean? You come to me, you understand? You come to me, baby. If you got a problem, baby, you come to me, you know what I mean? I got you. Don't worry about it, you know what I'm saying, baby? Yeah. False safety, cognitive safety, performative safety. When we come forward, the voice of reason, we go into the phone lines.
Right, but bro say y'all can't even do that. What? Why? How? When? Where? Just let me know how you wanna play it. You know I'm there. If it was smoke, then I was sad. I'm crystal clear. Left my status mentioned like a souvenir.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Tammy Eswick with BIN News Now. Extreme heat is taking over parts of the U.S. One doctor reminding people, don't skip the water. It could lead to heat exhaustion.
And this